Welcome back to Creative Speak with Jesse Norris. Today I got Clint McDuffie of Deep Space Devices, a guitar pedal company, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. The first question I got for you is, when did you get started building pedals, and how long after that did you start Deep Space Devices?
Can I go ahead and apologize beforehand if I ramble?
Yeah, you're good. It's more content.
Okay, well, what's the question again? I'm sorry. Sorry.
When did you get started building pedals, and how long after that did you start Deep Space Devices?
So I actually had it kind of planned. Like, I had like an idea of how to answer these questions.
Okay.
But then it's like, I'm just going to have to go off the whim.
Oh, yeah, no pressure. I mean, they're just there to kind of guide the conversation, but it's a natural flow, you know?
So with that, I think it all kind of starts when I got into pedals, which I blame Ryan Mabry and John Ramey and kind of Austin Snow a little bit. I think some people might know Austin Snow. I think you might know him. I think, yeah. And we had a little gear chat thing for years, and we just talking about gear and pedals that we got and all that. And Ryan built pedals here and there, and I got into it a little bit by I thought about just buying books or something because
And when was that you got into it?
It was in 2016 or so. And I started just like kind of studying a good bit of the stuff. I already had like an idea of like electrical stuff, like Ohm's law and all that kind of stuff. But for me, it was more just like trial and error. I think the best way to learn, like, get a breadboard. Breadboard is something you can get, not like a breadboard that you cut bread, but like breadboard to like test electrical components. If you look it up, you know what I'm talking about. And if you just, can I cuss?
Yeah,
okay. If you just fuck around like on the breadboard, I mean, that's just kind of, to me, hearing a result is just the best thing. Yeah. For me, well, with the whole trial and error process.
It's a lot of work. So I guess when you actually get the sound coming out, that's a rewarding time. Yeah.
And get an idea of like, oh, okay, so this is how it works. And that was like in 2017. I started getting more and more into it. But, there's the fuzzes and all that. I mean, there's so many fuzz pedals out there and drive pedals, and I wanted to do something different. So at the beginning of what Deep Space was, I mean, it's like, I'll get to that in a minute, actually. I'll get to that in a minute. It was around that time I was thinking, like, you know what, it'll be really awesome to start a pedal company. And that was, like, coming near the end of 2017. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say what job it was. It's local. But it was, I was in a pretty bad spot. And I felt like, you know what, I'm going to go all in. And I quit 2 days before Christmas. And I got my business license, got everything all covered. And I just went all in 2018. So I guess you could say like a year and a half. But I mean,
so in 2018, you started it with Taylor Adams, right? Because he does the artwork, or he was doing the artwork.
Yeah, started with him, and it was, I mean, I didn't know, the best route to go about it. And I just, with running a business like that, and I was kind of going in blindly. Yeah. And you learn as you go. And it's, he was doing artwork, and, he came with me like to little shows here and there, like NAMM and Stompbox Expos. And, I don't know. I mean, it was fun at the time and stuff. Now, he's not doing it anymore, because like in 2020, I took like a year break because our first child was born, and I wanted to provide security and consistent income for my family, and I just didn't I didn't want to take the chance. Business, you're going to be taking chances. It's all risk.
Especially something like a boutique company like that. It's a niche. I know you have a lot of success now, and people looking forward to new pedal drops and stuff.
But you
had to build towards that, and it's still a very niche thing. I don't want to say the word lucky, because I like what you do, and I think there is a good quality to all the pedals you build, but there is some like luck in the fact that you can even like do a dream like that and make money off of it.
Well, like in 2018 and 19, I went like hard in the marketing. Now the pedals that I was making in 2018 and 19, is it what I wanted it to be? Not necessarily, because I mean, like, the first thing was like a dying battery fuzz. Then there's like Black Russian inspired muff kind of thing, and then Trigonaut was the only one that was ever like, yeah, this is what I want it to be.
So,
but the acid etching is where the look and aesthetic is where I really okay, with what Deep Space Devices is now is what I dreamed it to be and where it's at.
So you mentioned the Trigonaut pedal. One of my questions I had for you is, out of all the pedals you made, which is your favorite?
Shit. Oh my God.
I guess it's one of those things like each new pedal is kind of a new accomplishment, so you might get more excited as they go on, maybe. But.
Yeah, they're always exciting, but like personal. Okay, I want to break that question up in a different way. Like, Dust will always have a spot.
That's my favorite you made. That's my favorite that I've gotten from you.
I think that's everyone's.
Yeah, it's just awesome. It's just
the double
chaos.
dust. The double dust is one that's like really like going to like the recent some of the guitar shows I've been doing, not guitar shows, but the stock pedal shows and all that, like in Baltimore and Oklahoma City and stuff. Presenting the double dust, people have just been all about that, and ever since I started releasing those, it just sell out every time. I mean, well, everything kind of sells out right now.
What's different about the double dust from the main dust? I guess you can kind of explain both.
Yeah,
real quick.
Of course. So the first, so Dust, to start with that, there's a chip out there known as the PT2399, and that chip, if you've heard of Carolina Guitar Company Kilobyte or a lot of Earthquaker Devices pedals use that chip for delay. And that chip, what I'm doing, I'm pretty much just abusing it to where I make it into a fuzz and make it into a single repeat, kind of like a slapback kind of sound, but it goes up to a half a second fuzz. Think of it as like a doubler almost, a doubler fuzz. But you can hold down the momentary with the momentary switch and hold down whatever note that you're playing until you release it, depending on how much signal you have going into it.
And that's the original dust.
Yeah.
So the double dust is
two dusts, one side being a longer delay, and while you're holding down the momentary, you can play over it, and you can make it more abrasive and have a kind of a detune feel to it.
I got to get one of those now. Do you have those available or?
Not yet. Okay. I've had them. I mean, whenever I do another batch, I'm going to be working on some here soon. But I have an enclosure ready. But I mean, it's just I just got done doing some of the tarnish pedals, so I'm using. Well, hold on. I'll get to that in a second. Let me finish the double dust thing. The thing about the original dust is that there's not a volume pot. There's a trim pot on the inside. On the double dust, it's there. I did add a volume.
That's good. I remember the original one when I first got it. You were like, "This may be louder than other pedals," so I had to go inside and turn the other thing.
Yeah, I mean I did that because I wanted to be like, you plug it in and you just go for it.
Yeah, And no volume knob is a cool concept a lot of times.
I try to make it pretty level like Unity and stuff, but I mean it's nice to have a volume.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, with the double dust, it's DDUUSSTT, but I don't know how to pronounce that, and so I did whatever. So like just saying like double dust, I thought that was fun, and I mean that one it was unexpected on how much people like that thing, because I released Rust shortly after Dust. No, not shortly after. Yeah, no, it was Rust, which was Dust going into a sub-octave filter.
Oh yeah, that one's cool too. Yeah, I wanted one of those.
And I discontinued it, but because it's just, I don't know, thought it was time.
Yeah.
But then I am working on Gust, which would be kind of like the final one of the trilogy kind of thing, because Taylor Adams did Dust artwork and Rust, and I want to have him do Gust.
Then you got to do a prequel and a sequel trilogy.
Oh shit! Yeah. Damn. Well, what I plan on doing, the end game of it all is once I release Gust is going to be kind of like Dust, but not a fuzz. But it's going to be everything that you can think of, like what gust would sound like a heavy gust, not like fuzz, but there's a little bit of drive to it. Just think of anything modulation and delay that doesn't repeat like more than just once. But you can hold down everything like with a momentary, but have it clean. So anything you have to go through it's going to be clean. Well, if you have a fuzz in front of it, yeah, it's not going to be clean.
Yeah, clean signal going in the.
Think of it as like a clean dust.
Okay.
My end goal with all of it, though, if I'm going to have to do like one more, I want to have something called drug, which is dust, rust, and then gust all in one, and just call it drug. So,
man, you're selling me on all these pedals right now. As you're describing it, I'm like, man, I could use that. I guess that's just the pedal nerd brain in me. But
to answer favorites, personally, okay, I wanted to say Boom Burst. It's a very, very niche pedal, but when it comes to bass, it's going to be brass. It's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, you're a bass player too, so that pedal is gonna.
I mean, I love a cranked bassman, and that's kind of what it is.
Yeah,
but Resurrector is still becoming more. Shit, I'm just naming all the pedals. I'm just gonna say Dust just right now. Resurrector is a big success.
Well, it's one of those things, like I said, where like each new pedal is like a new milestone and success point for you. So it's like each one's gonna be your new favorite as you do it, because it's like I'm doing more and more of what I want, as you go.
Resurrector is weird though how it came about.
Which is that one? I don't know if I know that one.
So there's the Boss HM2 and there's the Proco Rat.
Oh yeah,
if you look out there, there's really not a single pedal out there that is parallel blend, but something that's going to control it to where it's not crazy ungodly feedback, because those two circuits can really. I mean, what is it? The Boss LS2. Imagine a Boss LS2, which is like a blender, pretty much, and having a Proco Rat and a HM2.
Is that the line selector?
Yeah, that one. And it's pretty much just HM2
so
Rat blended together and parallel with one another. So you can have it right in the middle and have it the best of both worlds.
Are you still selling those right now? Or?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And
so what pedals do you have like in stock right now that you've made batches of? Zero? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of... I released a... Whoa, no. I actually have 3 left. Well, I just checked earlier. I posted up about... I want to say about 10 more tarnished pedals this morning. I released a batch earlier this week, and they sold out when I did the newsletter. And I'm not boasting or anything like that when I'm saying like I'll sell out or whatever, like I'm making money. No, I'm not really making money. I mean, it's not like I'm making thousands or anything like that. It's just beyond grateful and thankful for that, because
it means people are interested.
Awesome.
I mean, successful. Yeah. And speaking of like success in the Deep Space Devices company, I know that a number of like notable musicians have used some of your stuff, right? Like, what's the guy from Manchester Orchestra? Yeah. Which pedal does he use?
Dust. I gave him a Resurrector, but I told him, just as like a gift when I met up with him at Iron City. Yeah. That it'd be good for the studio. But if you listen to Bad Books, Bad Books, right? Yeah. If you listen to their reissue or remastered, the one that's like with Forrest Whitaker on it, that record, you hear Dust all throughout it.
Nice.
So that's really cool.
What album is that for the listeners if they want to check it out?
It's Bad Books, the one that he does with Kevin Devine. Yeah. And it's hold on, I'll look it up real quick.
Is it 2 Revisited?
Yes, that's it. 2 Revisited.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have the first album streaming.
Really?
No, at least it's not on YouTube Music. I like that. I remember when that one came out. I liked that a lot. My dad played it a lot.
It was so good.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can definitely hear it. But like, what was the question? Like,
who else other than that's Andy Hull, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Who else other than Andy Hull that's famous uses any of your pedals?
I found out yesterday. That Modest Mouse uses some of the stuff. Uses Dust every.
That's got to be the biggest one so far, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now, their guitar tech. Actually, he's a great dude. He's the guy that actually introduced the pedal to Oh no, it's not the biggest. I don't think. Now that you mentioned, I think it's My Chemical Romance.
Oh, who uses your
Frank Euro?
Which one does he use?
He has Rust and Dust. I made him a custom one.
Nice.
I don't know if he uses it like on tour, but I know he's using it with the Ellis Dunes, which was him. I think one of the guys from Thursday, or two of the guys from Thursday, and Anthony Green. But
man, I wonder if he used it. I was just at Shaky Knees September last year, and they were playing. I wonder if he used it there.
I don't know. Dust can be kind of distinctive, like you can kind of tell.
Yeah.
But then again, I have no idea. I've seen Dust used more in studio rather than like live.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely because it is kind of chaotic.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I would say, better suited for studio use, unless you're in a noise band, right? But for if you're in a non-noise act, I think it's like a studio use pedal to add stuff on top,
Yeah.
Which a lot of your pedals are stuff like I used the Dust live for a little bit playing shows, but a lot of the pedals that I've bought from you, I've used in the studio more.
Yeah. That's what Boom Burst was, one that I've seen more in studio for sure.
Yeah, I like that pedal a lot. I had one of those.
I remember when you came by and got it. Yeah, that was I love that pedal because the artist, I can never pronounce his name well. It's Abe Aryare. Something. He's from Indonesia.
Mm-hmm.
I love his artwork, but he did Tarnish as well. So Tarnish is I describe it as like a dual filter overdrive, octave overdrive. But I mean, if you know what a PLL is, that's pretty much kind of what it is. A PLL is like a phase locked loop kind of thing. It's hard to explain.
Man, you're selling me on all these pedals right now because I've recently just gotten into using overdrive and fuzz and octave when I play solos.
Yeah.
And having like the lower octave turned down a little bit.
I saw the OC5 over there.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I swear by OC5.
I love it.
It's great.
I got it, that one in particular, because over the OC3, because the OC5 has where you can play a chord and it'll just play the root note of the chord, like down an octave.
Yeah.
Because when I was
the vintage setting or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Because when I was I do I have my solo project Fan of Mine, and it's looking like when we play again, it's going to be a full live band with some of my friends that are in Lighthouse with me and a couple other people. But at one point, I was thinking I might have to do it with just a keyboard player and a drummer and then me. So I was going to I bought the OC5 so I could have that lower bass octave and run it out of a bass amp.
Yeah, it has the direct out too. So I think
it's nice.
I don't know if it could be used as like a stereo kind of. Well, I don't know. I could talk about this part all day, but
what's your favorite pedal that you haven't made? Just curious. I guess maybe the one that you used.
I haven't made, like another company's.
Yeah, or just I guess the one you use the most, because it's hard to nail a favorite pedal, because there's practical use and then studio,
Favorite. Oh man. So something that really got me going inspired me in different ways was, at the beginning when I started doing pedals and like, I used to play in the little post-rock group. The only, like, true, like, I don't want to say serious, but the one that I did the most with until we just stopped or whatever, the short run was a GallantHorn. Reverb was a big thing, And the Old Blood Noise Endeavor's Dark Star, it's like a Bit Crush reverb. Just the reverb by itself, without the Bit Crush, is great. That was one pedal, but, I mean, man, that's hard to answer. Okay, I'll put it this way. I'll give you three because I want to give three different categories. Like I want to give you an ambient one, like time based.
Yeah.
Gain kind of one, and then I'll give you one that's like modulation.
Okay. So what's the gain one?
Damn.
Sorry, you can do it in your order. I was just curious.
No, I'm just trying to think. I'll keep bass effects out of this because I was going to say the Damnation MBD bass thing, but I would say, oh man. Well, I'll say this. I want to add this. I want to make this one as the they could be considered modulation, but as far as like gain, it's going to be dirt slowly melting.
Okay.
It's kind of related to dust, like with the whole PT2399 deal, but he just goes off the rails with it, and it's an incredible pedal. As far as reverb, it would be Boss RV3.
Okay.
I know
those are cool.
Yeah.
Does that one have the shimmer on it, or is that the RV5?
That was RV5. Yeah.
Okay.
The RV3 is like the explosions in the sky pedal. That's what they use on everything. And then modulation is probably going to be the Montreal Assembly Count to 5 or the Old Blood Noise Endeavors. Count to 5 would be time based. I want to say Flat Light, which is a flanger.
Okay.
It's if you hate flanger, that's the pedal for you because
I've never gotten into a flanger, but I might check it out. What did you say it was called?
Flat Light. I don't know if Old Blood Noises is making them anymore, but it's a pitch shift flanger, and there's like a resonance. You just had to check it out. I mean, it's great.
I see they still got it on their site for about $200.
Yeah.
So, and were you about to say another Old Blood Noises one, or was that the one?
That was the one, Flat Light. Dark Star was one I'll always love because they have one of my favorite artists artwork on it. It's John Carling.
Okay.
And it's it's just kind of inspired me in different ways when I was only playing the pedals instead of building. I want to do a reverb pedal, but I mean, like, when you're building pedals and playing them and stuff like that, you kind of don't want to make reverb because it's just like, this is more fun over here because reverb,
I've heard that reverb is one of the harder ones to build too, from what I understand.
Yes and no. It just depends on the route that you go because you can use something called a Belton brick, which is something you can get like online, but it's like most reverbs out there. If you want to hear like something crazy like ambient, it's going to be all digital.
Yeah, and that's why I prefer when I'm just using reverb. I have the Holy Grail, I believe it is.
Yeah.
But I prefer just like my twin reverb, the spring reverb, and that.
Spring, you can get that just with a belt. Like, I can make a spring reverb for sure, and I would love some of it. That's why I've learned to love more than like crazy ambient stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love to have just like full out noise of reverb, but it's just,
I don't do much like that, so I love the simple spring reverb. I've thought about getting a tank, one of the tanks that you plug into that goes in your board. I got to replace that twin right now is out of commission.
What happened?
It just started burning and smelled bad one day, and from when I looked it up, it could just be something simple. But I got to bring it up to Birmingham. But
Ryan Mabry can fix it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I might hit him up. The spring tank in that, the original one the one that came with the amp when I bought it, it's a 72 silver faced twin reverb. The reverb tank that came in that went out shortly after, and supposedly it was the original one. And then I just took one that I had left over from a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe that I had, and I put it in there. But it's not like the effect is not as intense. I like the intensity of the one that came in there, so I'm eventually going to buy an old one or like a remake of that part.
Yeah, you can find one pretty.
Yeah, it was only like $50-$40.
It's really not that much.
Yeah.
Like when it comes, there's a pedal out there called the Surfy Bear that's about as big as the tank.
What's it called?
Surfy Bear, I think that's what it's called. But it's an incredible spring reverb pedal. But the thing I was going to say about reverb, like, you know, there are different routes you can go about making them. Like when it comes to the digital stuff, there's different routes with that too. Because I mean, there's the FV1 chip, which was originally a hobbyist chip, but a lot of companies use that. And there's so many different routes of DSP, and then you gotta think about it like this: you can stick to the whole analog control and use a Belton brick, which you can get just as weird with it. But I mean, it's just going to be. It's not going to be as like, if you want to go all out modulation, time based, everything digital. you're not really going to get that with a belt and brick. Like with DSP, you have your analog signal going to digital, and then you need something that's going to convert that back to analog, and having an audio codec chip to transcribe all that.
That sounds expensive.
It can be, but then it's like it's more the time that's expensive learning it.
Yeah.
And
you're more of a fuzz drive guy, from what I understand, too. So.
In a sense, yeah. I kind of just like the chaotic sense of it. And then I did do that Bit Crush joystick. Like, I do cool. I'm starting to like... I like more modulation stuff.
Yeah.
But stuff that's going to be chaotic. Do I use it in my everyday, like, just jamming? Not all the time. But I still love doing stuff like that.
Yeah. It's nice to have stuff to do, different... soundscapes and different things.
The textures are yeah.
Aside from the pedal building, you've been in a few bands in the local scene over the years.
I wish there were more, but there's not enough drummers. But, yeah.
So you did you did Beachside Property and GallantHorn. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
There was Mightier Than I.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
I played with them a little bit because they needed a bassist and they kicked out whatever.
Yeah. Well, Beachside was the one that you did the longest, maybe, or is that GallantHorn?
Though I don't know because Beachside that started like in high school actually.
Oh, okay. So you did that a good amount of time then.
Yeah, I mean we played 2010 through 2013. We probably played 50 shows or no 40. I'll say 40 or something.
So what were the
let's say 30?
What were the inspirations for that band? They inspired
local
music?
natives, Knowing the Well, a little bit of Manchester, but like the softer kind of stuff. And, and then a lot of think of it as just like lo-fi kind of like lo-fi indie stuff or whatever. I mean, this is like before I was into pedals.
Yeah,
and I had like a Boss bass processor, and I used it for it. I mean,
when you so you guys just recently did a reunion.
Yeah, I don't know if anything's going to happen again, but I mean,
so you didn't use a lot of pedals when you did the band originally. How many did you use at that show?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8.
Nice.
8.
It's nice to return to it and have more.
It
variety.
sounded better, I think.
Yeah.
And Paul, I let him use my Roland JC40 as well, so you can have like a stereo sound.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
And I didn't. We'll probably release like this one song that we were working on back in 2013. I mean, we just stopped entirely and just didn't really do anything with it.
Well, your album from back then is now on Spotify.
Yeah.
And what was it called again?
The Days Left.
The Days Left by Beachside Property. All y'all check that out.
I miss doing it and playing, but like, will we keep on moving and doing stuff with it? I don't know.
The riffs are so good in that band, man. Like that's such riff-based music and
it's a fun local band. I think to do. If I was me and Paul, we're actually going to be doing something, and you and I have talked about doing stuff too. But I mean, it's just like
the drummer problem that's the biggest obstacle.
That, and and then there's I don't know. I would love to do something, but like finding people that are like communication is such a huge thing for me, and that was what kind of brought GallantHorn to a stop because it was just like
which is a ambient music band. I guess that's what you'd call it.
Instrumental post rock kind of thing.
Yeah, post rock is and that's on streaming as well, right? Yeah. So you guys should check that out.
That was a lot of fun. Like we went to Maryland, played a few shows, and did like we played all the way up to Maryland. I mean, like playing different shows.
That band is like especially around here, it was very unique because there weren't any other bands like it. Yeah, and I feel like you can maybe relate a little bit to how me and my old bandmates in Tohu kind of felt because it was like there was nothing like it around here, and then you go other places.
Were so great. I mean,
thanks, man.
It was
so much fun to just do something different and weird,
I just wish like there was more people. I mean, people if they were going to put like a a name on it. I mean, people would say avant-garde because, I mean, avant-garde is just different.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And it's just, I want to see that more, but people aren't. I mean, you go to Birmingham, nothing against the hardcore scene or anything like that.
Yeah, but that dominates out there.
Huh?
Yeah. The hardcore and like emo stuff is what dominates out there. Like, you'd think in a bigger city there would be more weird avant-garde type
diversity.
of stuff.
I mean, there's a lot of diversity within that genre, but like, I mean, nothing against any of the people up there. I mean, I love all the people.
Oh, yeah,
up
they're
there,
all nice. Yeah,
they're all great. Even the hardcore, like, Huntsville scene is great people. Yeah, it would be neat to see more diversity.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's the same conversation, though, that's probably been had the past 10
for sure.
years.
Yeah. But I feel like maybe with GallantHorn, you might have experienced what we did with Towu, where we would go other places and people would be more into it because, like, they were more accepting of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, which, I mean, people liked GallantHorn around here for sure, but I think maybe you go you go other places and you get new faces and they're more excited about it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say, like, you know, I think you know Blythe Stewart. He plays in No Cure. Back then, he was booking a lot of shows. He gave us a lot of opportunity because he was such a.
He's a sweet dude.
It's a strange relationship that we have because, I mean, like, I love Blythe. I mean, yeah, he's pretty well known now, and people can say whatever they want, but I'll always love Blythe. I mean, he really is supportive in so many different ways, and he gave a lot of opportunity for GallantHorn back then. But what brought it to a stop was, well, I was starting a Deep Space, and you know,
and you lost a member too. You were a 3-piece, and then became a 2-piece.
Well, I mean, I don't want to do it GallantHorn again without Ruth.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It makes sense. I mean, it's the original band member, pretty much.
Yeah,
y'all
and communication was the thing that stopped it.
Yeah.
I mean, we had like a whole record ready and everything, and there was good momentum. Recorded? We had one song recorded, and I had like scratch tracks, but then it's like it didn't feel right because it was just me writing it.
Yeah,
I felt like I.
It's hard to do a band as a 2-piece. When it was just you and Josh drumming, it was a different. Yeah, I mean, it was still cool, but it was a different vibe then.
Nothing against Josh, but I mean, it's just, and I'm not talking shit. I mean, this is, if he hears anything of this, and you don't have to edit this out. If he hears this, I mean, communicate. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, pick up your phone.
Yeah, it's important with doing a band is being in the know together all the time and on the same page.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, if you're not feeling it, speak up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just how it should always be. And I miss doing it, but I mean, like, you know, I was doing the ex-cowboy thing. I'll still keep it going as like ex-cowboy.
Oh yeah, that was your
like
solo music. It was called Ex-Cowboy, right?
Yeah, I'll still have it.
It's on Bandcamp.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing more stuff with it again. But I mean, during the pandemic, that's when I was kind of doing it. But
yeah,
I need to start doing that more and releasing more stuff because it was a good outlet for music,
and it was cool. And the stuff
different.
You did with Kyle Adams on drums.
That was he was living in wherever.
Yeah,
and like so much editing on those drums, and I love doing the video stuff. That is something that, like, you know, when it comes to Deep Space.
Yeah, the promotional videos you do for that are awesome.
Yeah, they're so fun. Like, I feel like the acid etching and the videos kind of almost make up for what Deep Space is. Like, if the pedals sound bad, the videos and the acid etching make up for it.
Back to Deep Space. Final question before we go. Yeah. About to wrap this up. What are your future plans for Deep Space? And also, in the question, what's the pedal and type of effect that you're working on right now?
I'll answer the pedal and effect I'm working on right now. It's Gust, which will be...
Okay, that's the one you're doing now.
Yeah. And I'm still... creating the PCB and designing the whole schematic deal has been hectic, but, I mean, it's been fun because, I mean, I finally got the whole basis of how to execute it.
Yeah.
But plans for, like, the future of Deep Space, like what I want to do with it? Or what? So, this is going to be a big question, okay? I mean, a big answer.
Oh, you're good.
So, be ready. You know, in 2020, I took that year break. And during that time, I had some time to reflect on things. And me and that's when Taylor started doing his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this is where I'm at. Like, I'm okay with where I'm at.
Yeah.
Just doing it from my place and doing everything in-house. And the whole acid etching, like, I'm doing that for other companies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've been offered to do it for Earthquaker Devices. I've been doing it for all sorts of people. And I love doing the acid etching, like, even in an art style, too. And, like, I love just doing that from my own house. And people think that I have, like, a shop and all that. Like, no, I just do it in my garage.
I saw you do it out of your garage, yeah.
Yeah. And
you got a nice little workspace in there. But
yeah, and I have enough room. I can't let the kids in there or they'll melt from the acid etching. But anyways, like, I'm okay where I'm at right here. Like, Taylor, it's only up from here. You know, with him
he's wanting to progress constantly and grow.
And you see where he's at now. And I explained to him back then.
He's making a lot of money off his art, right?
Yeah, like the whole Poster Institute thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's doing great with it. A lot of traveling, though. And
for the listeners, check out Taylor Adams' art online. He's very talented. And he does a very him kind of niche thing, like the very intricate line work and stuff and all of it. Huge portraits. He
really is, like, very original, and his inspirations are very original too. For him to create have such an originality to his artwork, and I think him and his wife Courtney are a great team with how they go about everything too. Because she manages everything, and it's kind of weird at first because, you know, me and Courtney used to date.
Oh yeah,
years ago, but no, like it's not like that. We're all chill and really good buddies and friends, but, like, it's all up from here for them. With where I'm at right now, I'm okay. Now I get into not situations, but I get into projects to where it feels like I'm a little bit like I don't need to be working in my garage or working in a shed or anything like that. I need, like, a workshop, but I make do with it. I just lay out a lot of tables and block out the whole garage to where I can just work on everything. But it's I think if I was to say, like, there's a goal, like an end goal with anything with Deep Space, if I was to answer a question like, what's the end goal for Deep Space? What is something that I want to see overall? Yeah. It would be to hear the pedals I make on records that I love.
Which you kind of already have that going now, yeah.
Yeah, especially my album of the year last year was Chat Pile's record that they released. And sure enough, the main pedal that they used was a Deep Space pedal. And it was the Resurrector.
And they're on a Chat Pile? Mm-hmm. I like them a lot.
Dude, they're great people, too.
They bring, some of their stuff has the vibe that some of the Daughters stuff had, you know? Like,
yeah. I think Daughters is canceled still.
yeah.
But
I hate to say it, I still love, they're like that last album. I mean, I like a lot of their stuff. That last album was so, yeah. I've wanted to be in a band like that ever since. Like, dude, that was a big inspiration for me.
Hell, I'll do that. I'll do it with you if you want.
Hell yeah.
Because their guitarist, he's actually a super, super nice guy. I actually did an acid etch pedal for him of Dirge slowly melting, and acid etched it for him. It's Evan Craig that runs Dirge, and he's a solid dude. But he so yeah, the guitarist of Daughters has a pedal that I etched, so that's kind of cool.
Which one is that?
It's not the pedal that I made. It's just a pedal that I etched for someone. It's slowly melting by Dirge. So yeah.
I just was checking real quick, and GallantHorn is not on Spotify.
It is. GallantHorn, all one word.
Oh, one word.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. Was there anything else that you want to add before we wrap this up?
I'm not having any more kids.
We'll end on that then.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this. It was nice.